Hey everybody, here for Basketball Wives Season 5, Episode 5. I know I'm so behind. My summer has been semi-crappy, semi-busy, or whatever. And I have a lot of catching up to do. And I'm going to try and catch up as much as I can. The rest of this week, I'm on vacation, so I'm going to try and catch up on all my reviews as best as I can. So please bear with me. I know I haven't uploaded anything in like 2 weeks. I just can never catch a break, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna catch up, and I've already seen all of the 2 episodes of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 3. I'll get to that or whatever, but this is Basketball Wives, so let me get to it. So it continues where it left off with the sit down. Oh, if you hear snoring, my daughter's laying right next to me, knocked out. um it continues from the sit down, and Shawnee felt like Brandy never needed to apologize when she did already. And Brandy sees that Shawnee doesn't really care to mend anything. She just doesn't want to be around Brandy. She's like, we could be cordial or whatever, but I don't care to be around you. While they're sitting there talking, Jackie is sitting up there eating like it's her last meal, like she about to go to death row, to the electric chair or something. And so, but Jackie does provide somewhat of the comedy, like the comic relief on this show in a way. I mean, I much rather her provide the comic relief than her provide the crazy. Because every season, Jackie is doing something. I mean, she still provides the crazy, but it's not on. Well, we still early in the season, so we gotta see. It's not really on the level of how it was the first 4 seasons, 3 seasons, whatever. So, Duffy basically gives her opinion on the whole Shawnee Brandy thing because she feels like Shawnee, makes Brandy feels like she's nothing, like she's nobody. So Shawnee is like, well, we'll just remain cordial. I just don't want to discuss it anymore. Like, we're giving this whole situation life, and it doesn't even need to be this big of a thing. And that's how I feel. Like, the whole situation, because Brandy called Shawnee a bitch. I'm pretty sure that's not the first time Shawnee's been called a bitch. It won't be the last. And Shawnee does have, like, bitch-like tendencies. I mean, just take it and own it. It is what it is. So we get to Shawnee, Jackie, and Tammy, and they meet up to chit-chat. And they felt like it was a waste of time, and they think it would have gone differently if everyone wasn't there. So Tammy was like, well, I wonder why Duffy was there. Like, what was the point of her being there? She doesn't even know the situation. So Shawnee is like, listen, I just feel like, if we all come together, if we're in the same circle, then we can talk, but we could just be great separately. We don't need to be together, for anything. So now we get to Brandy and Duffy, and they're discussing the sit down, and Duffy felt like Shawnee was making Brandy feel like Brandy was beneath her. And Duffy and Brandy said that they feel like Shawnee is used to people kissing her ass, and Brandy said that she would feel much better, and I think Duffy agreed, she would feel much better if her and Shawnee had a one-on-one as opposed to the sit-down that they did with all the ladies there. So Duffy is like, well, I think you should leave it alone, agree to disagree, and move on. So I think Brandy invited Duffy to Malaysia wanted to go to a cabin or whatever just to bond. So Brandy spoke to Duffy about it, and they agreed to go. Now we get to Jackie and Angel, and they're catching up and detoxing or whatever, drinking these juices. And Jackie drinking the juice, and she's like, making weird faces and all that, whatever. So then they start to get into Angel's dating life, and Angel's like, well, I'm not dating, Tyreek is injured, and I'm helping take care of him. I don't want anything to happen to him because he is the father of my child. And, she admits that she looks up to Jackie because Jackie has been a basketball wife for 20 plus years. And, she's strong or whatever. She looks to confide in Jackie, whatever. So now we get to Tammy in Malaysia. And, they both agree that the sit down was intense. And Malaysia said this, and I was like, yo, this needs to be the whole, like, this needs to be like the whole description of Basketball Wives in a nutshell. Malaysia was like, we hang out with a group of a bunch of make something out of nothing ass bitches, and I'm like, yes, Malaysia, yes, because I can say this about Malaysia. The first season of Basketball Wives LA, I didn't like Malaysia too tough because she was a little bit too bougie for my liking. But as the seasons have gone on, I've seen, layers of Malaysia. Like, Malaysia was a wife. She was married. So there was like a reputation she did have to uphold. But Malaysia has always been that girl from Compton. You pull her. You pull her Compton. You pull LaQuisha out of Malaysia, and she gonna show you LaQuisha. So, the one thing I can say about Malaysia is that Malaysia doesn't make a big deal. She's like the only one that doesn't make a big deal out of everything. And that's what I've seen. Like, if somebody comes for her, she sends for, they come for her, she get them. Like, Malaysia does not play. So when she said that, I was like, yes, like this group takes the smallest thing and makes it colossal. Like that whole Brandy and Shawnee thing did not need to be that big. It did not need to last through this season. The whole thing with Angel and Malaysia and the dress and all of that, like all of this stuff did not need to be as big as it was. It didn't need to last more than one season. Like it's ridiculous. So anyway, Malaysia feels like they all need a change of scenery, so she comes up with the idea for the ski trip in Big Bear. Tammy is like, she had a bad experience with skiing. She fell on the slopes or something like that, and her ex-husband, I think he pushed her, he did something, so she's not a big fan of skiing. So Malaysia just wants everybody to come and have fun. Tammy agrees to still go, but I don't think Tammy gonna get on no skis. Cause Tammy, once she got her mindset, she ain't, whatever she not gonna do, she ain't gonna do it, and that's what it is. So now we get to Brandy and Angel, and they're clearing the air since the party. Angel doesn't really fully trust Brandy yet because of what happened at her event. So Brandy feels bad about how she handled it or whatever, and Angel just wanted to know why would she say anything to Malaysia, and Brandy was like, I only said something because I was venting to Malaysia. I didn't know she was gonna come, she was gonna pull up. I didn't know anything was gonna happen. So since Angel wasn't there, she fills Angel in on the sit down and tells her what happened with, Shawnee. She says, like, let me invite you to the ski trip so that we could clear the air and bond or whatever, and we just want to have fun. Angel agrees to go. So now they get to Big Bear. Jackie Cuckoo Birds for some reason has a hula hoop or whatever. So they're picking the room. Jackie gets the room because Duffy and them, they was out. Like, Duffy and all of them was like, watch my does, and they got like the best rooms. So Jackie had to get the room with the twin beds, and they throwing shots at the room or whatever. So when Angel brings an Angel Love arrive, Angel Love is skeptical of the whole trip. Angel Brinks doesn't want to sleep there because of the twin beds or whatever. So Angel Love, as soon as they get there, she wants to clear the air right then and there. So I think, Angel Love wanted to clear the air. Yeah. Angel Love wanted to clear the air with Malaysia, and Malaysia let her know, listen, I wasn't coming for you. I was coming for whoever was bothering Brandy. My friend was on the phone. I wanted to find out what happened, so that's what it was. So they came to a mutual understanding or whatever. I think Angel Brinks she wasn't ready to talk to Malaysia yet or whatever. She'll talk to her like one-on-one. So of course Jackie the drunkard is, lit. She drunk. and she's, you know, hangry, you know, hungry and angry. So they're coming together, they start cooking or whatever. Shaunie will be there in 15 minutes. Brandy is cool. So they have like a little icebreaker or whatever while Shaunie and Tammy arrive. So they continue their girl talk. You know, they go to Malaysia, and Malaysia is dating and has had sex, and Angel wants to be with Tariq, but he's the one that's holding back. And then like the girls are basically giving Angel sound advice, like, well, you have to make a decision on what you want to do. Like, they're basically like, they're giving her advice, but they're poking fun at her situation at the same time. And Angel feels like they're making fun of her while she's venting, but you know, she's like, well, maybe they're telling me the truth at the same time, and it's just the truth hurts. So Angel Love is sitting there drinking, and she says something felt weird about the drink or something. She thinks somebody spiked her drink. So, which that was a big deal. I don't know. Tammy wants Brandy and Shaunie to have a private combo, and she doesn't want, she wants Shaunie and Brandy to have a private combo. They go outside, they sit down and talk. Brandy doesn't want bad blood between them. Brandy admires Shaunie. Shaunie apologizes for any wrongdoing she's done. Brandy apologizes for any wrongdoing she's done, and they hug. So, now that we got one thing of drama squared away, of course, here comes more. Angel Love is still bothered by Brandy. I guess, calling Malaysia or whatever happened with Brandy. So, they're conversating. People, it's conversing. I mean, I know how bad we want the word to be conversating, but it's not. It's conversing. Let's get it together, people. It's 2016. So Duffy pulls them together to talk it out. But Angel feels forced to talk. And, you know, Malaysia basically apologizes, but, you know, of course, Angel Love can't get over it, and she's questioning her intentions, like, why would you do that? What were you gonna do? You know, and it's like, just leave it alone, Angel. But that's where it basically left off. Like, I'm annoyed with this season because they just find, like Malaysia said, they just a bunch of make something out of nothing ass bitches. And that's how I felt. Like, they are just always arguing over nothing. But I was like, let me just do this review and get it out the way so I can move on to the next one. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about this episode. If y'all remember this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.